Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Wow, the frog in my voice is real today. Okay, let's see. We need to get this guy adjusted a little bit better. It's been a minute since I've had a chance to play and do some things, so it just may take me a minute to get everything situated. Perfect. Looks like we're doing swell. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome on into the sketchdom. Alright. I'm your host, Jason Sketch. I'm glad to have you guys all here. It's funny to me that is, Nemesis is Strife, even though he ends up being the main villain at the end of the box. What's in the box? Alright. Get that all the way up there. Let's get... Alright, that's doing me no good. Let's not do that then. And we'll just tilt this a little bit more. Like that. There we go. Okay. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope you guys are all doing well. So I'm going to shuffle up what I'm planning on doing today. I've got a Cable deck. I've not played Cable yet. I'm super excited. We'll talk about it again here in a little bit. And then I've got Apocalypse. And, well, I guess not Apocalypse, Insomniac. Insomniac! But I'm still super excited about it. I have not played this villain in a minute. I thought he was a fun scenario. And I'm looking forward to just doing it again. Is he a hard scenario? Absolutely. But I think it's worth playing. So I've already got everything there. I just need to mix and shuffle everything up and we can get going. So let's make this happen. What does the fox say? Yeah, I'm in a mood this morning. A good mood. Just a little sleepy. A little tired. Why didn't I shuffle beforehand? Great question. Life, man. Life is just tough. So normally I like to have it all mixed together before we get started. However, I've been working, just some crazy stuff going on at work. Nothing bad, just busy. And then I'm working on like other types of videos that are not just gameplay videos. I want to present some different type of topics and stuff, and so I've been working on that kind of thing. I've been trying to learn some new stuff, and of course, if you guys don't know it, we are also doing a podcast. Myself, Earth Twister, and Levi Lewis, and that's been a cool endeavor overall. Definitely something different and new and unique. I'm hoping you guys will appreciate and enjoy that as well. So, but if you haven't checked it out, check out Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast. It's pretty fun. We talk about allies and stuff. Well, our second episode will be out next week. That being said, I need to be spending some of my mornings working on editing that. So I'll be working on that this upcoming week. Probably some this weekend. She's got a lot of different projects I'm supposed to be working on. So, plus recording new videos for this channel and different things as well. So, I want to keep getting better at what I do. I don't think I've changed any of the modular sets in this. Pretty sure I have Clan Aqaba and Celestial Tech. Yeah. So. Which makes it kind of fun because then I can do some different stuff with this scenario. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to get to play some more in Summoner and do some mod set changes to it. But for now, we're just mixing in all the cards here. So. right there. It's surprising to me that it actually can stay on screen now. Cool. I do want to tilt it down just a little bit. Oh man. Okay. We'll get Apocalypse 1 out, which will pull out of the sleeve, which feels weird to me, but I need to make sure we're taking care of the cards as well. So, all right. So Cable, we can go off to the side there. Just mix this up a little bit before we start shuffling it. I definitely prefer the 40 card decks. They just seem a little easier to shuffle. 50 seems like a lot, but you know, you can only do so much. You can only do so much. So. Say that right, I used to do like 60 card decks with Pokemon, so you think my hands would be used to playing something like that, but here we are, I'm complaining about 50 card decks when, you know, I played 60 card decks for a long time. And this one is pretty chock full. So, but the good news is I'm testing out a bunch of stuff that I've never really played before. So, I want to play well. I want to try new things. And this is leaving me the opportunity to do so. That being said, this may not be the most efficient Cable deck, and I want to be clear on that. When you're watching this video, if you're going, oh, he's got a Cable deck, it must be awesome. No, I'm legit never played Cable before. And instead of using his precog, which is probably smart, I went through and went, okay, what is he supposed to do? Or was my understanding of what he's supposed to do? And then threw some cards together to kind of make that happen. So I think he's got some really cool traits. I think he's got some cool abilities. And Cable himself is one of the heroes that I really like. I think he's a really neat hero. X-Man in the Age of Apocalypse. If you didn't know this, I think he's one of the side characters in the game that you can get in the campaign itself. He is actually the Age of Apocalypse version of Cable. And so I really liked him, and it was almost like a Technovirus-free Cable, which made him super powerful. Because the Technovirus kind of almost keeps back Cable's abilities in the game. So, or in the Marvel Universe. But Cable is still a very powerful character. The ability to travel through time and then the shenanigans he's had to go through to survive all that has been pretty great to see, and significantly awesome as well. So, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know what your perceptions are. I am rather nervous about this. I don't have the confidence in myself that I'm going to win. All right. Hey, good morning, Jacob. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Okay. Making some more breakfast for the little one today? All right. Begins on his Biomorph. Okay, I got it on the right side. Deal each player a face down encounter card. Okay. I'm tired. Nope, she's still asleep. I'm getting a load of rock from land this morning, so I'm about to head over there. Oh gosh. Okay, what are you doing with a bunch of rocks for your land? I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Okay. So we are about to embark on a journey to this morning. I'm going to be playing in Summoner with Cable. This will be my first time playing Cable. I've put together a deck that I don't know if it's the most efficient, but it's hopefully going to work pretty well because it kind of does what Cable wants to do, in my opinion. It has side schemes in the deck, so I put a lot of different side schemes in there to try to get the side scheme fit out to get to see what it does. I know that he's known for side schemes, and he's very powerful when a lot of side schemes are out. So I'm going to try getting side schemes. Side schemes are player side schemes, essentially getting the players an opportunity to hopefully beef up their stats by having certain things out there. The cool thing is you can have one from any aspect. The aspect I'm focusing on in this deck is leadership, and I've got a lot of different allies in there that have the X-Force and X-Men trait. I'm trying to run off the Uncanny X-Force team card as well. So it feels like I'm doing a lot, but it could be a good blend of just some different things that are happening in the game. So hoping this deck turns out pretty well. I'm excited for it. It's my first time playing Cable, and I just was one of the heroes that I wanted to play since the beginning. So here we are. Are you making a pad for a shipping? Oh, for your shipping container. Okay, cool. So you can start putting all your storage stuff in there. Or you've already done that and you just want to make that pad and then move your shipping container on top of it. All right. So in Summoners, everything's set up there for him. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 counter here. If there are at least 4 power counters here, okay. Excuse me, the first player removes 4 of them and discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a superpower card is discarded and reveals it. Alright, so we're going to have a special counter just for the power tokens. We're going to have that be our power token marker. It is not on the card yet, so thus it is not marking anything just yet. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, Jacob. I'm excited for you, man. What time are you heading out for that? Alright. Nathan Summers can draw up to 6 cards. And then during setup, search your deck and discard pile for a player's side scheme and put it into play. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and look at... It says... And discard pile. Okay, so we're going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Haven't got the container yet, but waiting on the rock, so I don't have to move the container more than once. That's smart. That's very smart. Akron Sun. After you defend against an enemy attack, exhaust Akron Sun and spend a lightning resource. Remove threat from a scheme equal to your hero's thwart. Well, that is awesome. We're going to hold on to that. Squared off's pretty great. Especially if we're trying to get some allies down. I like Kid Omega. He's easy. Let's see. For identity specific event and add it to their hand. I think I'm going to discard generation next for now and mission planning. After Caliban enters play, discard cards from the top of your deck until a X Factor, X-Force, X-Men ally is discarded. Add that ally to your hand. So I put Kid Omega a lot in my decks, and I've not used him yet. I love Caliban. I think Caliban's great. For now, I think I want to hold on to both of them and see what pops up. Because I know Squared Off will let me play Caliban for free. And Kid Omega is just pretty powerful. So we'll hold on to both of those for now. See the 2 cards I draw. Grey Malkin. After a side scheme is defeated, ready Grey Malkin. Exhaust Grey Malkin to generate a lightning resource. Okay. Golly. Sorry about that. I guess my sinuses are going nuts today, guys. I apologize. So we use the Grey Malkin to power up Akron Sun, which is cool, and build support, which is a huge, actually super huge card. So this seems to be pretty important. Let's go ahead and do our setup and look for a side ski. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. What side scheme would we want? We put it into play. Each player may search their deck and discard power for an attack event, shuffle that attack event, and do 1 additional damage. That's a good one, I think, for later in the game. We have Quinn Carrier in here, so we definitely want to get build support out on the table. To get that Quinn Carrier onto the table, which sounds silly, right? Because you're like, why would you run Quinn Carrier? But it's available for anybody. So, an X-Jet only impacts the next man. Forced Amnesia. Okay, that's not helpful. We're looking for another side scheme. Call for backup, which actually lets me get another ally into play. Kind of like that one. Lock and Load lets me pull a weapon. Lay the Trap is pretty great. Power Training. Okay, so we got a lot of good options in here. Let's focus on... Oh, what is this one? Technovirus Purge. While Technovirus Purge is in the victory display, Nathan's, Summers, and Cable gain the Psionic trait, and Cable gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense. Okay, we're going to do that one. We can put any of them into play. Some cost. Call for backup is pretty great because I can immediately get an ally out there. This will cost me nothing to get into play later on. Let's do that. Call for backup. It is. All right. Will I regret not having build support out? Probably. Because I definitely think getting Grey Malkin is going to be pretty great. Okay. There's a lot of cool things happening right now. Whew. So it's just a matter of deciding whether I want to use Cable's kit or use somebody else's. So, all right. It says 3 on it. Let's get everything shuffled out. Cable's got 2 on everything. After Cable defeats a side scheme, ready him. So, that's exciting, actually. Let's play Squared Off. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you. Play an ally from your hand, reducing the cost by 3. So we'll discard until we discard a minion. Alright, Clan Akaba Zealots. It has guard, so I have to beat it before I can attack Apocalypse, which is fine. Speaking of that, let's get our HP counters out there. We'll just put it underneath the... There we go. Discard power for the villain there. That's a lovely spot for it. Alright. As guard, when defeated, plays 2 threat on Ancient Ritual. So, I don't see Ancient Ritual out, so that's good news. Once we've done that, though, you can play an ally from your hand for free. Reducing its cost by 3, which we'll play Caliban. Yeah. After Caliban enters play, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an X-Factor, X-Force, or X-Men ally and add that ally to your hand. Domino it is. Okay. A nice wild resource. We're then going to spend Kid Omega to get Akron's Sun out. And we're going to spend these 2 to get the Grey Malkin out. So, Grey Malkin. Grey Malkin! If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, alright. And then this is so silly. Oh my gosh. So we're going to have Caliban thwart for 1. On call for backup. We're going to have Cable okay. That's good to know. I could have played that differently and I could have held on to something. That's fine. After your Cable is defeated, a side scheme, ready him. So essentially I could have played this down, defeated the side scheme, and then used it to play Akron Sun down, but I think that's fine. I think I did what I needed to do. So Cable's going to defeat this side scheme for call for backup, which readies him once per phase. When I defeat the side scheme, each player may search their deck and discard pile for an ally and put it into play. And I think I want to pull out X-23. A lot of combos hitting off right off the bat. X-Force are pretty powerful. I think this is pretty cool. Let's see how this works out for me. I do really like the art of X-23 on this card too. I think it's pretty neat. And the reason I chose X-23 is when she attacks and defeats an enemy, you can ready her. And we know that this Zealot is only got 3 health, so she can take out this Zealot with 1 hit. And there's no Ancient Ritual out right now, so it's a good time to take him out. So, we will exhaust X-23. She'll take out this Zealot, which allows her to ready. This is cleared off. This is put in the victory display. Excuse me. I feel like I did a lot for that first turn, which feels really powerful. Right now, we are in a good spot. I'm going to go ahead and... Let's see. After he changes form. Okay. And then his attacks gain overkill, which is annoying, but good to know. And this is once per phase, so you can ready him based off that. That's really cool. We're going to go ahead and use both Cable and X-23 to do 5 points of damage to Apocalypse. Hey, good morning, Carlos. How are you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. How did your trip to Colorado go? Did you make it on the plane? Did you win your tournament? I feel like that was really cool. I feel like that was a really good turn. All right. Let's ready everything back up. And draw up to our hand size, which is now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We've got a won't stay down. Play only if your identity has the X-Force or X-Men trait. Alter ego action. Discard this card. Return the X-Force or X-Men ally from your discard pile to your hand. Okay, cool. So that kind of cycles some X-Men back through. I knew I put that in there for a reason. Telekinetic Blast. Deal 6 damage to enemy. Deal 1 damage to the enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. So that can get very powerful pretty quick. Mind Scan. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from that scheme for each side scheme in your victory display. That's cool. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Deal 1 damage to the enemy for each side scheme in your victory display. Okay, so that was another Telekinetic Blast. And then Hope Summers. She's pretty powerful, but she'll search for a superpower, which is actually pretty neat as well. And then she gains a trait of whatever identity as well. So that's neat. We have a lot of superpowers in our kit and stuff, so I don't know if she's going to go down, but we'll find out. The won't stay down is actually kind of nice because it lets me bring in some allies that are in my discard pile. So, hey, good morning, Solo Marvel Champion. How are you doing? I love the idea of Cable. I have not played him yet. I'm super excited to do him for the first time. So this may be a bad choice for me to do it against Insummoner, but I'm having a good time so far. So I seem to be winning, at least based on the first round. We'll find out. I was Chicago, not Colorado. My bad, Carlos. It went well. I kind of flopped at the tournament, though. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. But at least you had a good trip, right? You get to experience some new cards and things. I need to find a way to connect my Twitch and YouTube chat together. But we'll get there. So, probably putting it on the side screen or something. All right. Let's see. So now this goes up to 2. This goes up to 1, correct? After resolving step 1 in the villain phase, place 1 power counter, which we'll use this orange one here as the power counter. If you have 4, the first player removes 4 of them and discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a superpower card is discarded and reveals it. Okay. Oh, Chicago is freezing, for sure. Hey, nice. Are you editing some videos this morning, or are you getting prepared to record a few more heroes? I know you're trying to get all those heroes out before the new ones release in April. All right. So Apocalypse is going to go in for an attack. I really think I'm going to have Cable defend because I really want to save X-23, and I think I'd like to get one more use out of Caliban. And being able to attack with 3 for X-23 is going to be huge, and doing another attack for 2. So we're going to just defend with Cable. which will let me trigger this thing. So after you defend, so we'll do this. We'll defend for 2. Apocalypse is swinging for 2, 5, of course. So I get 3 points of damage. And then after you defend against an enemy attack, exhaust this card, Akron Sun, and spend a lightning resource. Remove threat from a scheme equal to your hero's thwart. Well, fantastic. I just cleared that off. That is actually really crazy. Okay. Then we have the encounter card. So now this is the part that I'm worried about because now I've got 2 encounter cards to deal with. Let's see what happens though. That got exhausted. We can probably put that on there to mark that. I don't like the cold weather for sure. But I've been to Chicago once. I got a buddy that got married up there, so that was a good time. You understand some of these words. What are you curious about there, Carlos? Recording Rogue this morning. She's the last hero you need for the channel. That video comes out on April 17th. Still working on her deck while I watch it. Oh, I appreciate that. I think she's a lot of fun. So thank you for watching me and hanging out. I don't know what aspect you're choosing. You may already have an idea in mind. I really enjoyed her in aggression. But I built a deck that centered around her basically swinging with a high basic attack as best as possible. And so I used Sync and Godslayer and a couple other cards that would just boost up her basic attacks when she's swinging against the villain. At one point I had her swinging for like 8 or 9, but it was also in a multiplayer game. So but I think she's a blast. So hopefully you're enjoying getting to build her. All right, these were not facing the same direction. Okay, first encounter card. Staggering Strength. Attach to Apocalypse and change him to giant form. When Apocalypse attacks you, you are stunned. Discard this card after this activation. Okay. After Apocalypse changes to this form, heal 1 damage from him. Cool. I don't know, what about making you giant makes you heal? Because I thought that Ant-Man does the same thing as well. But I guess you gain extra health or something. Which is the thought there. You gain more stamina. Alright, second encounter card. Celestial Armor. Oh, cool. He's got 2 attachments on him now. Fantastic. When the villain schemes against you, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's resource is blank, different things happen to... He either heals, you become confused, you give the villain a tough status card, or do all the above. And neither one of these have the option for me to remove them. This one goes away after an attack. This one does not. So, he has Stalwart now, though, so I can't confuse him or anything like that. It became a 2/2 as a giant form as well. So, very cool. Oh, and I did... that wasn't a side scheme, it was the main scheme. Dang. Alright. So it's back to my turn. That felt like a lot. Don't have a side scheme for me to defeat, which is annoying. I'd like some more resources. Okay. I don't need to use Mind Scan. I'd like to play Telekinetic Blast, and I wish I had one more resource to be able to do that. I also want to play Who Won't Stay Down. So, dealing 6 damage to an enemy, deal 1 additional damage to that enemy for each side scheme in a victory display. But then I won't be able to play Won't Stay Down because I don't have the resource to make that happen. I don't see another way to make that resource happen. If I do 6 damage to him, though... Oh, I guess I would do enough, though, to take him onto his next form. Get him to Apocalypse 2, which could be good or bad. Let's do it. I'm going to spend Mind Scan, Telekinetic Blast, and Hope Summers to play Telekinetic Blast. I'm going to hold on to Won't Stay Down. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Deal 1 additional damage to an enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. So he's going to do 7 damage in total, which is going to put him down to 5. Because we do have Call for Backup in our victory display. Then we're going to have X-23 do 3 points of damage. I like to play a rush a little bit, so I might be moving a little too fast here. And we will exhaust Caliban. To do 2 more damage. Gets him down to 0. Alright, Apocalypse 1 is down. Oh, leadership. Okay. Recurse Psychic Kicker. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds really cool. It's one of the things I love about this game is people's creativity to create different types of decks and designs. That is really neat. I'm excited to see that. April 17th, I'm going to have to mark it on my calendar because that sounds like a deck that I would want to try and play. The Psionic Trait is like one of my favorites. Alright, he goes up to Apocalypse 2 and now has 20 health. Cool. And he's attacking for 3 plus 2. Great. Okay. I do not have... Oh, dang. It's a super... the Staggering Strength. That's wild, dude. I need to basically either be ready to take a big hit or find a way around it, because that is... It is only going to go away when he attacks me. So if I have an ally defend, it is not going to go away. I hope I'm reading that correctly. Alright, we've got Won't Stay Down, IPAC, I guess, Lock and Load, which I think he's got some weapons. I could be wrong. I could have just thrown that in there thinking he had a gun or something, and this just shows how poorly I know Cable's kit. 4, Deadpool, which is actually super nice, and 5, Mission Planning. Until the end of the phase, allies you control do not take consequential damage. That is a fantastic card, as long as they're side skimming the victory display, and that happens super easy with Cable. Okay. Should I have gone down to heal? I'm not sure. Is there any other benefit for me flipping down? Just out of curiosity? Nope. Okay. Just the 4 health. He has a rifle. That's awesome. Okay, I need to get that rifle out then. Make that a thing that happens. For sure. Alright, so the scheme goes up by 1. The power tokens goes up to 2. Apocalypse comes in for an attack. We're going to have Caliban defend. He's swinging for 5. 6, 7, 8. I'm glad he defended. And poor Caliban is taken out. We then get an encounter card. When revealed, place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. Alright. Then if there are any counters on it, the villain attacks you. Of course he does. Okay. So we are definitely going to defend. I don't think I'm going to activate Akron's Sun because it's not as beneficial for me to do that right now. We're defending for 2. He's swinging for 5. Plus a star boost. After this activation, change Apocalypse to Giant's form. He's already at Giant form. Let's go. Okay. So he only attacked me for 5. I do become stunned, which is fine. I can live with that. He attacked me for 5. I defended for 2. I only take 3. That is way better than expected. This does go away. That could not have gone better for me. Knock on wood. All right. And now it is my turn. So, man, I think what I want to do here. I think we're going to exhaust Greymalkin to get Locked and Load down, which is only 2. I'm exhausted, so I can't take care of it. Famous last words, right? That's why I knocked on wood, you know? And then we're going to spend 3 to play Deadpool. You know, you always need Deadpool and Cable together. That is the best combo. I think it's funny how Cable is Deadpool's signature ally, but Deadpool is not Cable's signature ally. In fact, Cable doesn't have a signature ally, which is interesting as well. So, all right, and Deadpool's just going to go ahead and thwart for us there, which sounds silly, but let's go ahead and get that rifle out. Now we got 2 in the victory display, which is nice. Let's see. I think it must be in here. I need to get build support. There's the plasma rifle. Okay, there's the weapon. Let me see if I got any other cool weapons in here. Just for funsies. Good. I do have another superpower to pull out as well. Okay. Plasma rifle is restricted. You put it into play, right? Yes. Let's go. Okay. It's restricted. Exhaust plasma rifle. And spend a lightning resource. Ah, bummer. Okay, deal 1 damage to an enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. Up to 4. This attack gains range. That is super nice. Okay. But the good news is after Cable defeats. Okay, so Cable was not able to defeat the side scheme. Deadpool defeated the side scheme for us, but he got us a gun, which is nice. So, thank you, Deadpool, for helping us out. And now we'll be able to do just a basic 2 attack pretty consistently. The Greymalkin's pretty awesome and helpful in this, so. The Greymalkin does ready. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, so I'll get to do 2 damage after all. Look at that. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. This is the beauty of playing this live. That way people can send me those reminders while I'm playing, because I'm still new to this character. Alright. So this does ready. We will exhaust it. Yeah, because after any side scheme is perfect. A lightning resource is spent. We'll do 2 damage to Apocalypse. He's down to 18. Already Deadpool. And Greymalkin. I still can't clear my stun. Do I flip down to try to recover, or do I just stay in hero form? Man, that's a tough call. I think 6 health points. I like to play on the edge. Let's keep it there. We'll draw up to 2. Or so draw up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we've got Cyclops, which is going to be a big help if I can do a bunch of attacks next turn. So you clear your stun instead. Ah! What? This attack gains range. Oh, okay. Dang. Alright. Even then, clearing the stun's fantastic. Thank you, though. That's still helpful. That's funny that... it says attack right there in the parentheses. Got it. Thank you. Alright. We got Precognition. Look at the top X cards in the encounter deck, where X is the number of side schemes in the victory display. You may discard one of those cards to put the rest back in any order. Nice. Professor. Exhaust Professor. Choose either to draw one card or search your deck and discard pile for a player side scheme. Add it to your hand. Amazing. Okay. Rendell Medical Aid. Each player heals a total of 5 damage from among characters they control. That will be played next turn. Won't stay down, and then Cyclops. Golly. There's a lot of good cards in my hand. I'm going to have to figure out a good balance to make sure I get everything I need to down. Wow. Okay. It's going to be a lot of hard choices. I need another resource generator, which means I'll probably need to put build support into play. That's probably what I need to do. Okay. So, we are going to raise this up to 2. Apocalypse is going to... Oh, this goes up to 3. So I'm going to have to look for that here soon. Apocalypse is going to come in for an attack. He's swinging for 3. I'm going to go ahead and defend myself. And then I'll do this here as well. He's swinging for 3. 4. Okay, that's not terrible. So I only take 2. So we're going to have to go down to heal here soon. We'll go ahead and use Akron's Son, paying it with Greg Markin, who's going to clear that. That'll ready Greg Markin back up. Because it's cleared. Defeated the scheme. From my perspective, I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. So, even then, that being exhausted is not going to kill me. I just need to have a good idea there. He made his attack. Let's get an encounter card. Evil Alliance. Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions activated this way, place 3 pursuit counters on Pursued by the Past, which will kick off Pursued by the Past. Yep. So that'll clear that there, and we'll get out Strife. And his side scheme. What? Threat from a scheme equal to your hero's thwart. Right. But, so Grey Markin would, after a side scheme is defeated... Ah, it says ready. Okay. Both of them say side scheme, though, not regular scheme. So, Cable would not ready because it was just defeating the main scheme there. Yep. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is, so. Just like these last 20 health, man. Just wanting to get past it. It's okay, I probably need to build a little bit more, and then I'll probably get in a better spot. Now that I've also got Strife in my way, that's going to be quite annoying. But we'll get through it, so. Oh, wow. When your player plays a psionic event, cancel that effects of that event and deal 1 damage to Strife. Okay. Now, the Cable player cannot remove threat from the schemes other than Back to the Future. Okay. Other players cannot remove threat from Back to the Future. So only Cable can deal with that one. The Cable player cannot damage enemies not engaged with them. Other players cannot damage minions engaged with Cable. So I'm kind of just... And that's kind of a cool thematic feeling, right? Because now you're kind of like, I'm trapped in time and I'm dealing with Strife, and only I can deal with Strife because I'm back in the future. That makes perfect sense. Cool. So I'm going to have to deal with that. And I can't remove threat from schemes other than this one. So, okay, so we're going to have to deal with that. Plus we've got him to deal with. What do we want to do here? Okay, so this isn't exactly what I wanted to do, but I think it's going to be the one that's going to make the most sense in my brain right now. I'm going to spend 3. So I'm going to spend Precognition, Professor, and Won't Stay Down to get Cyclops on the table. After Cyclops enters play, choose an enemy until the end of the phase. Increase the amount of damage that enemy takes from an attack by 1. We're going to choose Strife. Both Cyclops and Deadpool are going to take Strife out. Because they're both attacking for 3. It puts Deadpool at 2 and Cyclops at 2. I could deal with an acceleration token. If Deadpool survives, Cyclops is also there. So I've got some chump blockers now. Cyclops did a great job of doing what he does. Love Cyclops. We're going to go ahead and put Render Medical Aid into play. So I think that's going to be key to helping me out. I cannot deal with Back to the Future just yet. I've got 2 chump blockers, so I should be okay making it through this next round. Are you looking at your deck and not paying full attention? No worries, man. I understand that. I appreciate you. You're building your deck, and that's important as well, so no worries. I just appreciate it when you do see it and you do call it out, and having the conversation is a huge help. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and stay in hero form. This may be a poor choice, but what's the point of life if you can't live on the edge, right? Let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, thanks. There's my doubles. We got our energy, our genius, establish perimeter, give each identity a tough status card. Okay, which is actually awesome. Forced amnesia. After a non-permanent side scheme is defeated, add forced amnesia and that side scheme to the victory display. Oh, cool. So you can add... That's actually super cool. Okay. And then Uncanny X-Force. Each X-Force trait, each ally control gains +1 thwart and -1 consequential damage when thwarting a side scheme. So it can keep some of your allies alive longer if they're helping you thwart stuff down. That's really cool. Okay. This goes up by 1. This goes up to 4. If there are at least 4 counters here, the first player removes 4 of them and discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a superpower card and reveal it. Okay, superpower. When revealed, if Apocalypse is in giant form, he activates against you. Otherwise, change Apocalypse to giant form and place 1 counter on the main scheme. Okay, so he's going to activate against me. Cyclops will defend. He's swinging for 3. and you are stunned. So I guess it doesn't matter whether I have somebody else defend or not, because it states you. Even though Cyclops is defending for me, I'm still stunned? That is actually a question. I am not sure how to answer that, because to me that would be no, because Cyclops was defending for me. He would be stunned. What are y'all's thoughts on that one? From Telekinetic Blast. It's you. Okay. Alright. Yes, sucks though. Okay, that's fine. I will take the stun then. And that is because of Cable's Nemesis. Okay. Alright. Then Apocalypse comes in. He's gonna do his normal attack. We'll have Deadpool defend. He's swinging for 3 plus the boost. Attach this card to the activating enemy. Great. When attached character would take any amount of damage, prevent that damage if 2 or more damage. When attached character would take any amount of damage, prevent that damage if 2 or more damage is prevented this way, discard this card. Oh, okay, cool. So it's a telekinetic like bubble. Got it. But Deadpool is also dead. That was worked out pretty well for me, though. They both helped out. Thank you guys for what you did. I wish I had done my side scheme. I wish I had some other cards in my hand. That's okay. I'm going to have to go down and heal. And I'm just going to have to suffer those consequences. So, let's go ahead and spend Genius to get Uncanny X-Force on the table. Because that'll help in the future. I need more room. And then we'll use the Plasma Rifle to clear our stun. Each of your characters has the X-Force trait. Okay. Gets +1 thwart. Each ally you control gets +1 thwart. Okay. So it does not help me out. That's fine. Because I'd like to do render medical aid and heal myself, but I will not be able to currently. So I'm going to go ahead and flip down. Do I have any other cards I need to be in hero form for? Not exactly. We will save the energy. I think I'm going to spend Established Perimeter to get Forced Amnesia on the table. We'll go ahead and flip down. We'll get an extra card, and we will get a chance to heal. So we're going to go heal up to 8. And hope for the best this next round. So we'll ready everybody back up. Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We got Keep Up the Pressure, Phoenix, Children of the Atom, Telekinetic Purge, Strength, and Energy. Alright. It'd be nice to get the Telekinetic Purge out if I could. We'll figure it all out. I think it'd be possible. It'll just take a little time to make that all happen. So. And I can still use that resource in Alter Ego. That's cool. Alright. So Apocalypse is going to... Let this go up by 2. This goes up by 1. he's going to go in for an attack. No, not an attack, because I'm an alter ego, so he's going to scheme. Wow, I've not had somebody scheme in a long time. He's scheming for 2, 5. Puts us at 7. So we are 1 away from it kicking off. Okay. When the villain schemes against you, discard the top card of your deck. Based on the resource, something happens. It is a mental resource. Heal the damage from the villain. Awesome. He's not taken any damage, so it does not feel like I've lost any damage there. We're getting an encounter card. Technovirus Resurgence. Search your deck, discard pile, hand, and victory display for Technovirus Purge and put it into play. Attach this card to the Technovirus Purge. If you cannot, discard this card and deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Okay. Awesome. So he's got his own thing going on now, where it's going to add an acceleration token onto things. I'm going to have to take care of this side scheme as well. There's a lot happening right now. Okay. It could be worse. So. It's going to feel like a little bit of a waste, but I am going to go ahead and spend an energy and keep under pressure to get Phoenix into play. And Phoenix will thwart. Yeah, because she does not have the X-Force trait just yet. So. Ooh. Okay, gonna move threat from a scheme other than Back to the Future. Okay. So it doesn't matter if I have allies or not. Alright. Dang. Alright. Hate to do it this way, but I'm going to go ahead and spend my strength to get Children of the Atom onto the table. Because that is just going to be a helpful card to have in the long term. So. Because that now does give her that boost to be able to thwart for 3 and take no consequential damage, which is really nice. So, that's what we will have Phoenix do. She's going to thwart for 3 on Back to the Future to get it down to 1. Wish I could have her ready so that way she could have done render medical aid, but it is what it is. But that means next turn, she and Cable should be able to take out that other side scheme over there. So we got some things that will be happening for us here. That scheme's going to pop, though. Golly. Okay, I mean, it is what it is, so... We're going to flip up to Cable, who is going to thwart for 2 and take out Back to the Future. No, hold on. You have to exhaust this either way. So, can I redo some of my plays here? I think so. I could save my strength. I'm going to save the strength. Spin this Gray Markin to get Children of the Atom down. Then we will... because then we will exhaust to remove the thwart from here. Which will take Back to the Future out, and this is going to take it to the victory display. Holding onto our strength. When we take out a side scheme, both Cable and the Graymarkin ready. Then we'll spend the Graymarkin to do 3 damage to Apocalypse. We will do not 3 damage, we will do 1 damage to Apocalypse. Taking amount of damage, prevent that damage. He prevents all that damage, okay. If it is 2 or more damage was prevented this way, discard this card. So the question then becomes, do we have Cable thwart something? Do we have Cable attack to get rid of that force field and then do 3 damage to him? Either way, that's going to pop. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Cable do a basic attack to clear the telekinetic force field and discard this card. Then we're going to have his plasma rifle go off and do 3 points of damage. Nice. Exhausting both those cards. And then we should be able to defend against an attack, and that'll actually help with some things here in the next turn. Actually, that's going to be a fantastic next turn. So, we're just going to live with this. Let's ready everything back up. Cable is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the puzzle that's coming with it. I think there'll be a chance to... Oh, nice, Marrow. To do some more stuff. We got Strength, Marrow, Body Slide, action, change form. Each other player may change form, the form you are in. That is cool. Telekinetic Force Field. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage, discard Telekinetic Force Field and prevent all that damage. Oh, it's an upgrade, though. Okay. Cool. So we've got some neat things coming up here in this next turn. Alright, so Apocalypse is going to go ahead and... this is going to kick off here. Because of the acceleration token. When revealed, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a superpower card is discarded and reveal it. Alright. Again, the Staggering Strength comes up. Attach Apocalypse and change him to giant form. When Apocalypse attacks you, you are stunned. Discard this card after this activation. Okay. This goes up here. Rise of Apocalypse. After resolving the first step of the villain phase, place 1 power counter here. Okay. So we're starting the power counter stuff over here. But he's got 10 here. Okay. Reveal it. Alright. It starts off with 1. So I got to keep an eye on the main scheme really closely now. Plus I've got a lot of other things happening to me. So... Alright, Apocalypse is going to go ahead and come in for an attack. He's attacking for 5. I'm going to go ahead and defend. This may not be the smartest way to do it. 5. Alright, after this activation, place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. Nice, okay. I'm getting lucky with those. So I defended for 2. I'm taking 3. We're back down to 5 health points. And then this gets discarded, but I'm also stunned, which I can live with. After you defend against an enemy attack, exhaust Ascani's Son and spend a lightning resource. Remove threat from a scheme equal to your hero's thwart. We're going to remove 2 threat from telekinetic Technovirus Purge here. He didn't defeat the side scheme. Which is fine. It will be defeated soon. So. Wish I had another way to ready him, but I don't, and that is okay. Because he's not swinging for 3. If he could do that, I would have done it there. I need to keep moving, though. Alright. So, he made that attack. We survived. We're stunned, but we're still doing okay. We're going ahead and ready our doing counter card. Alright, Tentacle Interference. When revealed, if Apocalypse is in Cyberpath form, he activates against you. Otherwise, change Apocalypse to Cyberpath form and place 1 power counter on the main scheme. Okay. We've not seen the Cyberpath form yet. He's got Retaliate 1. One power on the main scheme. After Apocalypse changes to this form, place 2 threat on each scheme this in play. What? Okay, that's annoying. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Apocalypse. For nothing. Okay. Alright. But it is my turn. So, we're going to go ahead and spend a strength to play Marrow. After Marrow enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy. It's down to 15. Okay. We are going to have Marrow and Phoenix clear out Technovirus Purge. Characters other than Cable cannot remove threat from Technopirates first, so it has to be Cable. Okay. So if that's the case, then they're going to go ahead and render medical aid. Which I'll put that over there. But it does heal 5 damage to each. Well, I can divide 5 damage up. Yeah, only Cable can thwart that. Yeah, you got there. Oh, man. Yep, I read cards slowly, man. Okay. But it does heal me up to 10. Which is fine. Neither one of them take consequential damage, though. Which is fantastic. I need another token that shows the exhaust and ready. I'll have to get some more of those made at some point. So, it was all good, though. What else can we do in our stuff here? Getting up to 10 health points is comforting. We can get a body slide down. After a side scheme is defeated, though, this does ready. We can get a body slide down, change form. Each player may change the form you are in. Okay. Which is nice. I think it'd be better in multiplayer right now. I'm going to go ahead and spin these 2 to get my shield down. The telekinetic shield. I think that's going to be nice to have in the long term. I'm running out of room. We're going to go ahead and put it on just here. Perfect. It'll remind me that I can prevent damage. We will then go ahead and clear my stun. And then ready everything else back up. We're going to have to work on that next turn. I think we should be fine because we didn't flip down. We're going to encounter card here soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. This means these next few turns will make or break this game. I like that Render Medical Aid a lot. I think that is fantastic. But Marrow and Phoenix can take care of Thwart for me next turn, which will be nice too. One, two, three, 4, 5. We got, all right, so we've got Cyclops, Team Training, Temporal Leap, Mind Scan, and Mission Leader. Exhaust side scheme after a side scheme is defeated and draw a card. That is going to be nice. Temporal Leap. When the main scheme would be completed, remove this card from the game and put a side scheme from the victory display into play. Remove 4 threat from the main scheme to that side scheme. That's awesome. Mind Scan, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from that scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. Okay. Okay. Cool. We got a lot of cool things happening on this next turn. Let's get some stuff moving here. This goes up to 5. We are looking pretty crazy here. Wish I could get one more Thwart. Apocalypse is going to go for an attack. Wow, it's been a long time since he's been able to barely attack me. I'm going to go ahead and defend? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and defend. He's swinging for 1, 4. So I take 2 points of damage. We're down to 8. But I am going to go ahead and clear. This goes up to 2 as well. I forgot. Thank you for the reminder. This goes down to 3. Because I got to keep moving on that guy. I wish I could ready it though, but that is okay. We will be able to take care of some things next turn. So, but he attacked, I defended, took my 2 damage. We get an encounter card. We need 2 encounter cards because I decked out. Tyrant Worship. When revealed, place 5 threat on Ancient Ritual. Was I supposed to put Ancient Ritual out? Because I don't see Ancient Ritual anywhere. Nope, nothing called for me to put it out, so unless it is something that I should have looked at beforehand. It's like a permanent side scheme and I just missed it. No, it is part of permanent setup. Okay. Well, now that we know that, it'll be out. It'll get 5 on it. Should be on 10. Okay. After threat is placed here, if there's at least 10 threat here, remove 5 threat from the scheme and deal each player a face down encounter card. Okay. Cool. Alright. And then this Zealot comes into play and he's got guard. Okay. Well, now that that's there, at least it didn't impact the game too much. We are down to that. I think we should be at 7 here because we had a Zealot from before. So if you go back and watch, appreciate you guys paying attention. Appreciate you just letting me know. And that's my fault. So that is it's cleared up now, clear the mud, and it gives us more things we have to do. Okay. So we've got to get rid of some annoyances here, but we'll get it all taken care of. So for this turn, good news is we're not stunned. We're going to go ahead and have Marrow and Phoenix when it's thwarting a side scheme. But it needs to happen. They're both going to take a consequential damage. Oh, but just side schemes, though. Oh, boo. Okay, golly. Okay, not just yet. They're not going to do anything just yet. Hold on. Let me think about what I'm doing here. We're going to spend Team Leader and Temporal Leap is so nice too. Team Leader and Temporal Leap. I'm probably going to regret that. To play Mind Scan. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from a scheme for each scheme in the victory display. I need to get rid of this guy. I hate doing it this way, but it's what needs to be done. I guess it goes with Technovirus because it's attached to it. They both go into the victory display. But now I get +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense. In different sleeves, so I remember to put them into play even if it doesn't tell me to. That is smart. I need to do that. Gene Pool is an example. I need to switch this to a clear sleeve, so I remember that for next time. That's really smart. I will get that done after stream. Because I only got a few minutes left. I want to try to finish this match out. So, cleared that out, though, which does ready this and this, which is fantastic. I am now got +1 on everything, which is pretty cool. I cannot play Cyclops just yet, which is okay. I'm going to hold on to Cyclops. I think he's going to be helpful next turn. We're going to go ahead and Plasma Pistol and kill the Zealot. Do I have them thwart down Ancient Ritual? Or do some attack? I think I will have both Marrow and Phoenix exhaust, which I left her exhausted, but they both will take no consequential damage for taking 5 off of this scheme here, which leaves us down to 2. Then we will deal with Cable will remove 3 threats from Rise of Apocalypse and get him down to 2. Okay. And this exhausted for the Plasma Pistol. We've got Mission Leader and Cyclops in hand. I think I'm going to discard mission leader and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moira McTaggart, look at that. That'll make me flip down more often. Okay. Let's ready everybody back up. Apocalypse is going to go up to 3. 3. So the power counter is coming up here soon. He's going to go in for an attack. Oh, and we have retaliate 1 on him, but we haven't attacked him that way just yet, except for the pistol that would have gone through just fine. So he's going to attack me. I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and defend for 2. He's attacking for 1, 2, so I take no damage. I'm going to exhaust Akron Sun to remove threat from Ancient Ritual, which will ready Goymarkin and Cable. I then get an encounter card. Biomorphic Blast. When revealed, the Apocalypse in Biomorph form. He's in Cyberpath. He activates against you. Otherwise, change Apocalypse to Biomorph form and place 1 power counter on the main scheme. He changes to Biomorph form. This goes up to 4. And he just gains Overkill. After Apocalypse changes to this form, deal 2 indirect damage to each player. Okay. I'll go ahead and put 1 on each of my guys. Cool. All right. That was that, so it's my turn now. I'm going to go ahead and... Alright, so I'll throw your action. So, we're going to spin 3. Keep up the pressure, Mind Scan, and Moira McTaggart to get Cyclops on the table. Cyclops is going to choose Apocalypse. To take, for each attack, it takes +1. So, Cyclops and Marrow are both going to attack. Marrow dies. She attacks for 3. Cyclops exhausts. Hey, good morning, Earth Twister. How you doing, buddy? And attacks for 3. 1, 2, 3, leaving us at 9. All right. And then Cable will attack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the Plasma Rifle will also attack. And because of Cyclops, it does 5. And we win. We make it out of the game. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a game. I'm tired. I'm doing well. Just won, actually, with Cable for the first time. In one game, on top of that. I really like Cable. I feel like the deck I was running was a little clunky in the sense of, like, just too many side schemes. I had too many cards in my deck, so I couldn't quite get to what I wanted to. Thank you, I appreciate it, Solo Marvel Champion. Man. Overall, though, I thought it was a lot of fun. Cable himself is fantastic. And he stayed alive. I think some key cards that really came into play. I've never used this card before. We don't render medical aid, but that really helped me out a lot to keep me moving. It's a fantastic card. I really like... I didn't get a chance to use Won't Stay Down as much as I'd like to. I really want to play a game where I'm using this card, but every time I've put it into a deck, I've not used them yet. The Children of the Atom is a fantastic card, and is just keeping doors open for more and more things to happen, which is fun and fantastic. Cyclops is a huge key player in any X-Men deck at this point. Just the fact that you can do an extra boost damage is wild. Extra damage to boost up your damage. Had a lot of fun, though, playing in leadership and just getting out a bunch of different allies like Marrow. We had Deadpool out there at one point. X-23 is phenomenal. I really, really enjoy Cable. I think learning what player side schemes are going to be beneficial for what deck is going to be helpful over time. But getting a good feel for Cable in the long term is fantastic. I will probably be spending more time playing Cable, trying him in different aspects. I don't know if I'm going to stick with facing Apocalypse or not, but Cable may be next on my list for doing in all 4 aspects, just to get a better idea of how he feels and works and plays. I really had fun with him. And I'm excited for that, because Cable was one of the heroes that I wanted to get when the game started. When I started playing the game a year or so ago. Him, Gambit, and a couple of other heroes, not off the top of my head right now, were on my list. But these two, I've loved them since I was little, and I absolutely love Gambit. I've not played him on the channel yet, but because I've got plans for Gambit, I've just not chosen to reveal what those are just yet. But Cable was one of the ones on my list of characters I wanted to play and wanted to get really good with, and was excited to see in the game. And so I think he is a great addition to the game. I can see why people absolutely love him. I've honestly been surprised, because this past year and a half that I've been playing this game, about a year I've been playing this game, I've not really seen anybody play Cable. So to be able to get a chance to actually play him and be utilized, I think I'm going to try him out in every aspect and just see what he does. So unfortunately, I do have to get to work here in the next half hour, which means I probably need to get off and start getting ready for work. But I'm excited to start thinking about some different aspects to try Cable in. If you're watching this afterwards, let me know in the comments down below which aspect you think I should play Cable in. But what do you guys think? Those are here that are watching right now. Go ahead and let me know in the chat as well. Cable is awesome. So I will keep doing some more Cable decks and trying him out until I can get the Shield stuff coming out. I think playing Cable for a little while will be great. We may even do a Who Dat for Cable after I get the Who Dat video down for my man Ant-Man. Though I might change the Who Dat method to more of a Shield dossier. I'm going to figure out what I want to do in the long term. So Earth Twister, he's OP in Justice. Oh, I bet since he can get all those side schemes taken care of, I'll give him a shot in Justice then, which might make a difference in the long term. We will think about if we're going to stick with facing Apocalypse again. I had a blast. I thought it was very thematic, just because Apocalypse and Cable fight each other a lot. Or at least they did it in the X-Men TV cartoon series. But we'll see what other villains pop up. I have a good time just putting him up against some other villains, and we'll see what goes on from there. So I'll try him out in Justice maybe next. Aggression is where I always lean to, just because I like aggression. But it was really cool to see what cards come together for him. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to probably be it for me for today. As always, my name's Jason Sketch. Thank you for hanging out. And next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace. Your Cable Life and Destiny deck is Justice. Okay. I'll have to check out your deck. Maybe that'll be the one I'll run. That way I can play one that's been well tested already. Is it on Marvel CDB? I'll write that down real quick while I'm thinking about it. It is, with a video in the description. Okay, I'll check out the video as well so I get a chance to watch it play through before I give it a shot myself. Alright, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all later.